Hi everyone, hope you're good. I wanted to jump on today and talk to you about accountability and showing up to your life in all areas. Um, so I understand how fortunate I have been, and I'm extremely grateful that I've had a dojo to train in. I've had a professional working bubble, so I've been able to maintain my training, to keep my business in check for hopefully another year if everything goes to plan. And it's helped me plan for the future. It's helped me be um, probably more driven than ever before. That I think the last time I was at this level of fitness was 2009 when I was preparing for an MMA fight. Um, I've lost lots of weight. Um, I've changed my lifestyle. I'm eating healthier. I'm more active. I'm doing more research than I think I've ever done, to be fair, on how I can develop my training for the future. I'm not a spring chicken, and, as we get older, we adapt and we change and we overcome. And I'm really enjoying that learning process. The thirst for knowledge has gone through the roof. But being perfectly honest, if I hadn't, I've had the chance to do or to maintain the physical activity, my depression and anxiety would have gone through the roof. And as I said, I'm really, really grateful for that. I start every morning with meditation. I give gratitude, and then my day is planned. So it'll be physical activity, it'll be study, um, and then obviously I have a set period which is work for the academy of how we'll plan for the future, how it will sustain new projects and all that sort of thing. So my work-life balance is probably the best it's ever been, in fairness. I'm learning to understand myself better as a person, of where I want to be in the next few years. But I have to be honest, if I wasn't accountable for my actions, I don't think I would be at the place where I am now. It would have been so easy for me to go, right, the gym's done, I've had enough, I'm going to close down the academy, I'll just stay at home, I'll get a full-time job whenever the opportunity arises, and just kind of like sit back and relax. But you know it's really made me step up to the plate and look at where I want to be and how I can move forward. And what I'm trying to say to you, I'm probably not explaining myself very well, is that you can do the same. Lockdown's been difficult for many people, and we have got ourselves stuck into a certain routine. A lot of people are anxious about coming back to doing any sort of training, whether it be boxing, whether it be fitness, whether it be jiu-jitsu, BJJ, whatever the class may be. I understand that people are going to struggle because maybe they haven't done anything for 13 months. Maybe the lifestyle has changed so much that they don't think they can get it back. A lot of people have said to me they've eaten and drank more in this past year or so than they ever have ever done, and their health is suffering. But what I'd like to say is we can change that. We can look at different ways to re-engage with our life. I can't believe I'm studying. I mean, uh, I'm sitting and researching through old judo and jiu-jitsu books, looking at how I can adapt and change my training as I become older, because I still want to maintain that physical activity, which has become like so important to me. As I say, it's give me the fuel to look at my life in other areas. So what I'm saying is, I know a lot of us have had time out. When you come back to training, I'm asking you to be gentle with yourself. I'm asking you to Plan where you want to be in 3, 6, 9, 12 months, where you want to be with your training. Whether that's taking a grade, whether that's a weight loss, whether that's just feeling more self-confident, rebuilding self-esteem, you know, whatever the goal is, have one big goal at the end, but have small manageable goals that are reachable. Certainly the first few, and you know, say your first goal might just be to come training. Right, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do the boxing for fitness class. And then you go home and you feel good about yourself because you've done the first class. And then it's like, do you know what, I'll go again, but I'll push myself a little bit harder now. Well, that could be your second goal. And once you've done a couple, it will create that positive attitude of, pushing forward, relearning, improving your physical and mental health. You might start to look at things like, okay, maybe I don't need to order as many takeouts a week as I do. I went through a stage where I was ordering 2 takeouts a week and couldn't understand why I was being ill. I was being ill because the food that I was eating was disagreeing with me. It's now got to the stage that if I eat processed food, that makes me ill, which is why I've looked at changing my lifestyle and my eating habits and stuff. I ain't squeaky clean. I still love my cakes and biscuits. I'm just sensible with what I eat and when I eat now. So give yourself those small manageable goals, which will help to change certain aspects of your life, which will help you lead a more healthier lifestyle. But the accountability means you have to show up to that. So if you're basically saying you're going to come training and your training date is May the 17th for your class, I would probably be trying to go out for walks before the session started in 6 weeks. Maybe out on my bike. Maybe doing a little bit of exercise in the house. Just to make sure my head was in a better place for when I started the session on the 17th. Rather than kind of like kicking back and sitting and waiting for 6 weeks. Because the last thing I'd want to do is be really, really anxious about going to a place where I know everyone's my mate and we've all got the same sort of aspects. We all want to improve our lives in one way or the other, and we're all there to support each other. I shouldn't be anxious going to a place like that. But if you feel that's going to be you, then now you've got like 6 weeks where you can go out for a walk. And I know I'm probably like a broken record here. Go for a walk, go for a bike ride, do something in the house. Start to flip the script now. Start to change. Hit that reset button. Okay, it's January the 1st, New Year's resolution. We ended up in lockdown, didn't we? So everything went out the window. So April the 1st, reset the button. What do you want to achieve in 3, 6 or 9 months? What do you want to achieve by the end of the year? How are you going to achieve those goals? Are you prepared to be accountable, to step up to the plate, to achieve them goals? Now, this just isn't martial arts related. This could be related to anything. This could be to study, to, I don't know, lots and lots of different things. But you've got to bring the balance to your life, a work-life balance. It's so important. Otherwise, what are we living for? What is your purpose? Where do you want to be? How are you going to get there? Have a think about that. Take your time. Don't rush it.